gang, welcome back. VLOGMAS day, I don't even know. My hair looking crazy, I'm gonna get to that, but I want to do a get ready with me because I asked you guys what you guys wanted to see, because someone was like, we're not watching your videos because you're boring now, you don't do anything that you used to do. So everybody gave me a list and told me the things that they I'm not supposed to do that yet, the things that they wanted to see, and one of those was like get ready with me, chit chats, talk and stuff like that. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. If you don't know, my eyebrows they're called ombre powder brows. It's similar to microblading. It's the same thing, it's just like supposed to be better. I need to wash my brushes because I don't have any of my favorite ones. Ignore my space. I've been filming and moving around here and there and life. Oh, by the way, I just did one hand. I did it on live. I still have to do this one, but the sun, okay, so I'm in Chicago and the sun goes down at like 3 p.m. which after eating and everything, I have like little time with the sun, and then once the sun goes down you start feeling like the day's over and then you start getting lazy. Well, I don't know about anybody else, but I do. Like when it starts to look gloomy, and then it's snowing too, so basically I just need to catch the sunlight. And today I sacrificed like cooking a meal and eating. Like I'm like so hungry right now, but I was like, if you don't take advantage of this sunlight you probably won't at all. And I like my ring light, and I have a bunch of different ring lights, but it's nothing like natural lighting, you know. So yeah, my eyebrows are microbladed, so I haven't needed to do them for like the past 3 years, and I love them for my natural brows. But when I'm dealing with something like this, when I dye my hair often and I want to do something like red eyebrows or pink eyebrows or whatever the case, I can't, and I haven't until I dyed my hair all this color. So I'm a little bit annoyed because I don't like doing eyebrows, and once they start to fade a good amount I'm going to have to get them redone, because it's just something that I fell in love with and it's so convenient. It helps me get ready like this. But now that I have to do this, it's a little bit longer, so I'm going to go to the store, go to Ulta. I found a really good dip brow, or it's not a dip brow, it's like an eyeliner. It's like multi-purpose. It's like a pomade, and I think that's gonna be better for me because I've just been using eyeshadow, and the last time that I did it, it didn't really transfer well, so it looked like I kind of had like the bleach brow thing going on, and I've gotten compliments with it, but I don't like it. I like eyebrows, okay? I like thick eyebrows, that's my thing. I've always been obsessed with it, so I'm just like letting it dry right now. And then I think I gotta do a second layer. I think that's what made it look really good the first time that I did it. I don't even know if it's just the eyeshadow or just the method that I'm using, but like to cover my brows because they're so dark and I don't have a color corrector right now, I think I need like a orange one to like cancel out the dark. You can kind of see my eyebrows. What I usually use on my face, which is just usually a tinted moisturizer. It's by Laura Mercier. It's just too light, it's not gonna cover it, so I have to use full foundation, which means I have to do a full face. And most days I'm like no makeup. I prefer not to do makeup. Ever since I had a baby, I have not been having like the energy to do stuff like this, so it's a lot for me. It's just so thick and I don't like it. Before I had my child, I used to like do my makeup every single day, sit in front of the mirror and spend hours. I would not leave the house until I did makeup. Like that was a part of my routine. Probably didn't even eat any food. Like I had to have my makeup done. Like that's what made me feel most confident. But now I really don't care. But as far as like making videos, it motivates me, usually motivate me to like film and stuff. But like I said, it takes so much energy for me that when I'm done with my makeup, I just like sit down and sit around like whew. Woo, that was a lot, you know. So yeah, there's that. And I have a rule. I just realized it was a thing recently, but if I don't do my makeup by like 2 p.m. I'm not doing it at all, especially because like I said, it gets so dark over here, so it just feels like I put it on just to take it off. It's just a waste of time at that point. And then, you know, my face breaks out. This nose piercing, the bump comes up every time I do my makeup. While I let that like sit and settle, I'm gonna go in with my tinted moisturizer because it has SPF, and I know those estheticians gonna be in my comments like, girl, towel. It's supposed to have another form of SPF, not just the moisturizer. I don't know where it is. So this is not usually the brush I would use, but once I start running low, I just start using whatever. I just realized I didn't use my primer. This is way too much. Little goes long ways with this, but I wasn't paying attention because I'm like in between clips that I'm like editing. I'm also watching other YouTube videos to motivate me, which actually motivated me to do this vlog for you guys, like this get ready with me vlog. Ew, I don't like how much it is. I'm gonna use my paper towel and wipe some off because this is way too much, and when I put the full coverage foundation on, it's gonna be even more cakey. If you guys usually cover your brows or something and you guys have like tips so that I don't have to do like a full caked on face, let me know. I feel like I should just go to like the beauty supply store and get some of that LA Girls color corrector in orange, but I hardly ever see that one. I feel like it's like, actually it was the okay, so for my skin the orange one is too much for color correcting, so I have to use like the peachy light orange one, and that one's the one that's always like missing. But I think I need that, and I feel like that will mute out my eyebrows and I won't have to do like a full thick layer of foundation to put over it. But anyways, how are y'all feeling about Christmas coming around the corner? I was not ever like a big fan because I kept getting let down as a young bull. Oh my god, I look so crazy. But you guys gotta trust the process. Okay, so it's one thing, like I never really got anything that I wanted for Christmas. It was kind of like, I don't know my situation. I guess we were broke for as long as I can remember. Like we moved a lot and I remember a lot of houses, but the ones that stood out to me the most was like when we was in a trailer park. And I know for a fact I was in 2nd grade when we started living there, and I just remember never getting what I really wanted. Like I would always show my mom like, mommy I want that, mommy I want that. And it's so funny to hear Winter do the same thing when she sees something on an ad or TV. I'm gonna try to avoid this my area as much as possible so I don't get that keloid to grow anymore. But yeah, I just remember never getting what I wanted except for 1 year. I got that furry pet. It was a dog and it barks and it moves on its own, and I think it goes by sound too, so you name it and then you call it and it'll come. You'll be like, come here, and it'll come. I got that and I love that thing. Out of all the gifts, like I didn't care about anything but that thing, and that was like my most memorable Christmas. But after that, I don't remember much of any other Christmas. Like once I started to become a teenager, I just like gave up because I was in the age where I want electronics and I don't want kid clothes anymore. I want clothes that actually fit me the right way. It was hard for my mom to kind of grasp that I was growing, so she kept getting me kids section stuff in the biggest size, but in all reality I needed the my face is not liking this. It's looking so patchy. I guess it's not mixing well with the moisturizer that I put on. I didn't even finish what I was saying about my nails. So yeah, I'm using the sunlight to do my makeup with you guys, and I'm gonna bulk film so I can get some content out to y'all. So that's why this hand's not done, because I'm gonna do that for y'all with the sunlight, and then when the sun goes down I'm gonna finish my nails. But what I was saying about the Christmas, I just stopped enjoying them because I knew that I wasn't gonna ever have like anything that I wanted, and my mom was like, quantity versus quality. So I started to really get into like jewelry and stuff, and I keep telling everybody this story. Like a lot of people know me, like when it comes to Christmas, if there's a story, it's this story about like why I'm not really too much into Christmas, because my standards are like down here because I just don't like to get misled and I don't want to get my hopes up. I hate that. I feel like if you give somebody something, it should be because you listen to them. It should be something that they want, like something that they're gonna enjoy. And I think it should be like one good gift. Invest in one good thing. And then I feel like your birthday is when you should be splurged on, because that's your day. So with that being said, look, I'm all over the place. I remember telling my mom like I like jewelry and stuff. Like she asked me like the things I was into, and obviously I was like a cell phone, a this, a that, a this, and jewelry. So what she did was she went to like the dollar store or the beauty supply, and she got me like 50 different earrings that look so like old and outdated. Only 2 of them I would actually wear. So she spent like $50 on like $1, $2 earrings for me that I wouldn't wear. And it was like, okay, so I guess it's the thought that counts. And that's what she would always say, like that was her thing, it's the thought that counts, it's the thought that counts. But to a certain extent, because I'm your child, you know what I mean? I just didn't feel heard, you know, like that just makes you feel neglected, and I like really cared about in a way. You can't give me something that I actually enjoy. It made me super grateful for like anything and everything. Like I was that kind of kid. Like I would never make her or anybody feel any type of way. Like nobody would ever like really know how I felt, because I was just always like so obedient, just so quiet and well behaved. But that threw me off because I started to like get into makeup really heavily, and instead of her like doing her research and actually like caring or something, or maybe she did care, but she a little off, okay? Because to me, like I do anything to like make my daughter happy, and that's not even just materialistic things. Like I just like to listen to her. Like for example, if she needs shoes and I'm going shoe shopping, I obviously want her to have like some Forces or something nice, and she wants Skechers because they light up and they're so cool. I'm not gonna be like, no, you have to have Forces. I'm gonna give her Skechers. Like I'm gonna give her what she wants, what makes her happy, as long as they're covering her toes, doing their purpose, you know what I mean? Like why wouldn't I get it for her? So I feel like certain things, me being a mom, like I just didn't understand her logic. But I mean, everybody parents differently, but I just didn't feel heard. Like she didn't ever give me like anything that I really wanted. So she went to the dollar store and got me like the little children sample makeup set. Mind you, I was already into makeup, so I wasn't buying like NARS, but I was buying like drugstore makeup basically. So I was like, I'm not gonna use that. Like I can't use it. It's not the same consistency. Kids makeup, like dollar store makeup, that don't do nothing for you. So after that, I'm pretty sure I was like 14, 15 at that point. So I just gave up. I don't even think she got me anything moving forward gift wise. I can't really remember. 115, like I was just over it. I became like super independent. My first job was working at the cafeteria in my high school, and it was only 30 minutes, but it was a lot for me because, you know, I didn't have a job and I was never able to like get my own anything. So it was really helpful. Every 2 weeks I think I would only get like $50, but I was super grateful for that, and I didn't go anywhere, so it came in clutch. And it was like so many benefits of working in the cafeteria. Everybody would like kind of make fun of people who worked at the cafeteria, like, oh, I just know that's so embarrassing. And coming from me, like being the shy kid, I didn't even care. Like once you get into a job, everything just looks like a number. Like it's kind of like a game, and I really like that like flows game, the cafeteria game growing up, and it reminded me of that. So I love that. You see, I look crazier. Ooh, this feels like so much, and I want to itch my face. And because I don't wear makeup a lot, like when I itch, I get so frustrated and annoyed, and I'm like, crap. Or when I touch my face. Ooh. So like when I became independent and I started doing my own thing, it was over from there. Like I bought my own tissue. I got tired of asking for tissue. You know, when you get your own money, you're able to invest in things that you didn't even care for. For example, my mom used to get like dollar store tissue, and she used to be so pissed when we used to ask her for like another roll. Like, it's gone already. It's gone already. And be for real, like, first of all, it's tissue, it's gonna be gone. Just because you are budgeting toilet paper a necessity, you shouldn't put that on your children. But also, dollar store tissue just goes by fast in general because there's not much, and it's thin, so you have to use more or your finger is gonna be fingering your booty hole, you know? So now I make sure, and that's like one of my pet peeves, is like cheap tissue. Like when I go places, I usually always have a thick roll of tissue in my car because you just never know, you know? Anyways, yeah, so I started being like really independent at 15 once I started getting my own money. I bought me a little phone, or I think somebody gave me like a phone, like a flip phone, like an old phone, and I went to Cricket and put some minutes on it, and I paid it every month, and I was so happy and excited for my little unlimited texting and stuff. What age did you guys get a job, and did you get, like, how did you get your first phone? When did you get your first phone? Have you ever had to worry about like your phone getting cut off? You know what, actually I lied. My very first phone, I'm pretty sure I was in like 6th, 7th grade, and it came from my sister's dad, so my stepdad at the time, and we did not like each other. But there was a time like my dad kept letting me down, and as a child and an innocent child, there's nothing more important than like family, and children are so loyal to their parents. They're their first love, and I'm a great example of that. Like around this time my dad and mom separated 12 years, so I was about 12, and my dad kept doing that classic dad thing where he would tell me he was coming and not follow through with it. So I would be so sad because I just love my dad so much, and mind you, he stood in Chicago while I was in Michigan, so it was a bit of a drive, and it was like a big letdown because I just love my dad so much. He was like this very spontaneous, fun parent. He took me places. Most of my core memories are with him, so I loved him very much. And he promised me a cell phone. He would always ask like, what do you want? And like I said, I was at that age that, you know, I like electronics, so I told him, and he said that he would give it to me, and he just kept falling short. He never came through. I said that I wanted like a moped because he said that he really liked them, and he's like, oh my god, like when he explains things, he puts you in the moment and he makes you excited for things. And so I was really excited for a moped and stuff. He said he would give me an electric one, and we lived in a trailer park, and everybody knew like everybody's business, and like you were cool if you had like cool gadgets. Like even in school, like I noticed that like if you have clothes and stuff like that, your parents can afford to put you in extracurricular activities, most likely popular or like well known. I was never like, I know my mom always been like, I had to work, or who's gonna do this, or who's gonna do that, or I can't afford it, or whatever the case is. So yeah, basically I'm just saying that because it made me sad that he didn't come through, because I finally wanted to be popular. I wanted people to be like, ooh, that's so cool, because I had like a little taste of that. I remember me and my cousin, she had got us these like electrical, they weren't electrical, but they were scooters that like you have to put your weight on one side and the other to make it go, instead of like, you know, the traditional like your foot. And nobody has seen these, and I think it came from Puerto Rico, and I think that's why nobody was able to see them, but everybody loved them. Like, oh my god, can I ride on it? Can I ride? And I'm like, of course you can. I was so excited to be, you know, acknowledged, noticed. I was already like noticed because I guess I was cute, but looking back at the pictures, like I don't know how people I don't get it. But it's so funny because I feel like you get most noticed back in the day, when now you look back and you're like, that was not cute. But back then in the moment it was really cute. But I guess it's because I was shy. I was never popular, but people always knew who I was. But yeah, I was so excited about that. But he didn't come through. He didn't come through with a moped. He didn't come through with a phone, and I was so upset because a lot of people had phones. A lot of people had iPad Nanos and stuff like that they would listen to on the bus, and I had to like steal my mom's like CD player. Woo, that's so crazy to even think about right now. Like, that's so old. Okay, what am I doing? I need to blend this out. Where am I going with this? Oh, so anyways, my dad didn't come through, and I guess he wanted to like build a bond with me, my stepdad, and I guess he offered to get me one, and he was like, do you want one? And I was like, no, my dad's gonna get me one, being so loyal to him. And I did want it from my dad because it would mean so much more. I love my dad, that's my hero. So I just kept saying no, and he would get an attitude and stuff, and I'd be like, I don't care, like why you got an attitude? And my mom asked me like, he wants to get you this for Christmas, like let him give it to you, your dad's not gonna give it to you. And I'm like, no, I want my first phone to be from my dad. And she was like, you're so ungrateful, that's why nobody wants to do nothing nice for you or something. I remember her trying to snap back at me and saying like, that's not right. And then I finally came to the realization like my dad wasn't gonna give it to me, and I actually wanted it. So I think it wasn't until like a year later that I was like, fine. So they gave me a phone. It was like one of those, I'm pretty sure it's like a prepaid phone that you can just get and then like add, I don't know, it was like thick. It wasn't even a flip phone. It was like one hard, it looked like a walkie-talkie, and he got one for him. But because I would leave it everywhere, I didn't have like no numbers, I didn't really use it for real. I would just call usually like my dad, or I'll call my sister, but like it didn't have a screen. There was not much I could do on it except for like really make phone calls and stuff, and I didn't know how to use it too well, I guess. I don't know, I was like an outdoor kid. She didn't let me go outdoors much, but when I was like playing in the creek. I was trying to go outside, see some friends. Like I really wasn't even into the electronic like that, so they ended up taking it from me, and that was my very first phone. But this is the next time that I had a phone. Actually, my boyfriend at the time, when I was 15, he gave me like an iPod, the very first iPod when it came out. Actually, the second one, yeah, because he had an iPhone and stuff, and he was like more fortunate. Like his parents worked hard to get him whatever him and his siblings wanted, and for Christmas he gave me one. And you know, with Wi-Fi, that's when FaceTiming came out and stuff. With Wi-Fi, it act like a cell phone, so I would consider that one like my first phone. But like when I'm in school or when there's no Wi-Fi, it was like a little bit frustrating. So that's when I went to get me an other phone. That flip phone was everything for me, and I felt like that. For my contour and stuff, I'm using the Hoola Benefit. I think this is bronzer. My eye burns so much, and I hate makeup for that reason too. And contacts. Like I love wearing my contacts. I feel like that's part of my image. But sometimes it's so frustrating when they start irritating you. I'd rather just be in my natural state. I'd rather just be in comfortable clothes. Anyways, when was the first time y'all got your phone? And again, how do you guys feel about Christmas being around the corner? Do you feel like overwhelmed? This is Lottie, the Vampire Diaries. So they had like a vampire set around Halloween, I think it was. Yeah, it was Halloween. And I love the blush. It's supposed to be pH balanced. Like it's supposed to blend in with your skin, make it the perfect color for your skin. I love it so much. It's called Witchcraft. That's so cute. It's like literally like a small hint pop of color. Okay, now I'm going to bake. This is my translucent powder, and I'm literally running out. There's like nothing left, so I'm about to use it till I'm done because I'm trying so hard to avoid the makeup store. I feel like it's just easier to take the top off, but this piece comes in handy like when you're traveling so it doesn't open. When my hair is like a crazy color, I try not to do, especially like a day-to-day type makeup, like I'm not going nowhere, or even if I am going somewhere, like I said, like I'm a lazy makeup artist. I like to keep it like natural. I do like when I find the energy and creativity to do something on my eyelids, but that's not very often. I just feel like it's just too much. Like when you have colored hair, like I want the focus to be on my hair, you know what I mean? And then back then I always dressed in like crazy colors. Like I love color so much, and I still do, but like when your hair is already colorful, it's just too much for me now. So for the past like 2 years, leaning more towards like nudes and blacks and whites and stuff to like tone it down a little bit because I got a lot going up over here. Have you guys ever had you guys makeup done? If you have, do you prefer getting your makeup done? And I was absolutely obsessed. He used MAC, and I just thought it was the best thing ever. It was the first time that I really saw makeup like that. My mom didn't really allow me to wear makeup. When I started wearing makeup, it was just like eyeliner on the under eye and like mascara. And so when he had did my first full real face beat, I just felt so beautiful. I didn't want to take it off, and I didn't. I kept it on for a prom, and then I didn't wash it off the next day. I kept it on for that whole day. Like I loved it so much. And after that is when I started to really invest in my makeup products and stuff, and that's when I started to make makeup videos on YouTube. But I got really discouraged because the YouTubers had like really flawless skin when they were putting it on. It's because they had like filters and specific settings that I didn't know about, so it was like getting all my imperfections. So like I kind of like leaned off of it a little bit, but I was obsessed, and ever since then I just started to like progress. And now I have the funds and the correct products, so sometimes I like play in it, but I just don't like spending hours doing my makeup. I just rather get up and go. Like it's not fun to me. But actually talking to you guys and like going live and stuff like that, that's actually fun, but it takes longer, and then I end up not doing what I need to do. So I like to highlight when my makeup is still like a little bit dewy. So I'm using the Lottie Vampire Diaries. I use this for my highlight lately. It's like a shimmery silver, and it's just so bright and pretty. Literally the perfect highlighter. Yo, my eyes feel so heavy right now. I really do not like. I like how porcelain and doll like your face is when you use like a really heavy foundation. I actually used like nothing but concealers for my whole face back then because it was cheap when I really started to do like full faces and stuff. I just can't get behind it now. How's the highlight? Is it highlighting? But yeah, let me know like how your makeup journey started, and like what kind of like makeup do you like doing? Do you like doing natural? Do you like doing like full beat? Now for the not so fun part, the eyebrows. I actually usually do that part first, and then I do everything else, but I'm gonna do that last. So I'm using the Zulu by Juvia's palette, and I use this one for my eyebrows. Like it's a pretty good match, but it's just too light, so I do need to get that pomade ASAP. All right, so I'm gonna grab some and I'm gonna underline it first. How do you feel about that TikTok update? I do not like how they have that like 3-minute timer thing where you take a picture of like you and what you're doing. I feel like that's so stupid. I don't even know why my sound on my phone is on. It's literally never on. I hate noises coming from my phone, but I think it's pointless. That and the stories, like you might as well post the whole thing if that's the case. I feel like Instagram is dying really bad. It's holding on by a thread. It's like we can't let it go, right? I've put so much time and energy into that app since 2016. Like I don't want to let it go, but it just gives me so much anxiety to post now. Like it's not as fun as it was before. Before you would just post anything and everything all throughout the day and like people talk, but now I feel like it's just so competitive. I hate how like precise I have to be. Okay, so this application is pretty good, but I would love like the pomade to like be able to outline or at least underline so it has a little bit more like definition. In a way, I do like how my eyebrows pop through because you can see like strands. Like if I get up close, you can see like the hairs, and I feel like if I mute them out, maybe you won't see it. I don't know, but I'm trying to be as precise as possible because I don't want to have to go in with concealer and clean it up, because that's gonna be a mess and more product on my eyes that I don't want. I'm gonna try to blend this out, and my makeup for the most part is done. I'm just gonna put on one color of eyeshadow so my eyes are not like completely like blank. This is my like concealer brush. I just like tap it out to like, yes baby. Okay, now I'm going in with the Laura Mercier translucent powder over everything. I like when it sets a little bit before I set everything. And then lately I've been super obsessed with like the white under eye, the white liner. I feel like that makes your makeup pop out a lot. So am I gonna do it today? I don't know, because my eyes are like feeling sensitive. Probably not, but I like using that, especially when my eyes are dark too. I've never used this before. It's the Laura Mercier Bronze No. 2 Baked Radiance Powder, but it's lighter than the regular bronzer that I use. So I feel like, let's see, I'm gonna use the same brush. I feel like it literally just adds like a small touch of color. Okay, it's officially dark right now. If I turn this light off, it's dark outside. I just kept stopping and then I ended up scrolling, and it's only literally been like an hour and it's pitch black outside. I hate it, but how to be positive even with this faja squeezing me super tight. I put a bunch of pads on the sides because sides take the longest to heal, and that's one of my biggest concerns too. So I'm trying to compress the sides as much as possible until I get this really tight Tributo faja. But I've been struggling with GERD since I was 6, and basically it's like acid reflux, heartburn. Sometimes it flares up, but thankfully I figured out a quick instant remedy, which is the baking soda method, and it's been helping me. It bothered me really bad before when I had to wear a faja, so I never wore it and my results did not last. This time I'm able to stay in the faja, keep the faja on, and just relieve some of the pressure. The baking soda does a really good job at neutralizing the acid in my stomach. My eyes are so sensitive, my skin's so sensitive, stomach sensitive, like ugh. I'm sensitive, I'm a Cancer, I'm emotionally sensitive. Like what's up with that? I don't want to go too crazy with the eyeliner. I haven't lately. I feel like it's a lot of dark, so maybe I will put the white underneath. I put it in my inner corner. Let's see about these lashes. They were straight, but I just try to curve them. Okay, they look better. Ew, they shed. What in the world?
Where are you going, Mom?
Nowhere, girl. When do I ever go somewhere?
We're going to Target or
work. I have to do my hair. I don't even know how I'm gonna do it. Whew. This video is getting long. My roots are growing, so I feel like it looks super ugly. I'm just gonna lightly put it up in a ponytail. I think I'm just gonna keep it down since it's not like super nappy or anything. Let me turn this light on. And I'm about to do my edges. I like my edges done because I always have my hair up and down throughout the day. So I like to do my edges so when I have it up, it looks cute and neat and not like this. So I've been using this gel. This literally makes it last all day, and I think it's because it's got to be water-based. Yep, it's water-based. Makes sense. Eco style gel doesn't work for me, and I think it's because it's oil based. I usually use the olive oil one and it just like shrivels up and gets super soft, but this is water based, so makes sense as to why it stays all day, and my hair is fine too. I don't know, but the formula works really well, and it's like super light. Like it's super lightweight, so I'm very shocked that it stays all day for me. All I use for my edges is this, and some water. So I just literally try to saturate the whole strand with water and the product. And there's a piece that's still like fairly dry. So I don't want to do too much because red hair leaks so bad. And my shirt is white. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get color on it as per usual. But that's what you have to go through when you have red. So I do that. Ooh, I'm trying to make it clump up together. Bro, there's this one piece that's bothering me. I think this spray bottle is too harsh because it's like a lot of water in one area versus like sparsely doing it, and then it's messing up my makeup. No, I usually don't have this problem. Okay, I'm gonna add more of this gel. Put it with my fingers then.
Is this going to sleep right?
Finish your mac and cheese. And don't get up until you finish it.
Cleaning my water. I'm cleaning my water.
Okay, girl. Okay. Now is where the rat's tail comb comes in handy, because now I'm going to be basically styling this cute little curl that I've been obsessed with. And it will shrivel, but not too much. And I think that's just so cute and dramatic. I used to do this side swoop this way and then this side swoop this way. But ever since I've done like the opposite swoop, I feel like I've just been so obsessed. Like I feel like it looks really good. And if you have a 5 head, I feel like this is going to be your best friend. And the thing about like doing your makeup before is that you have to be extra careful so that you don't ruin your makeup, all the hard work that you just put into your face. And I'm gonna do the same on this side. It's still dry because it's not clumping together. It's frizzy. I cannot wait to finish this. And I get scissor happy, so if like my edges don't look good and I spent so much time, or if I got somewhere to go, or like they're just sparse, like this one is like a little bit crazy at the end, I'll cut it. But I'm gonna leave it because I like when they dry up and sometimes they fluff out, so it's like not so neat. I don't like my hair super defined, and so why would I want my edges super defined, you know what I mean? This one's a little bit weird. It's like super long. I usually cut this super short so I have like a really tiny circle right there, but lately I've just been like doing this and letting it curl up by itself and be like one little random curl. Oh, I hope these don't mess up my nails. Actually, I'm gonna leave my hair down, but I'm gonna do like 2 ponytails right here because I like the like lifted. Oh look, I feel like that's giving wet enough. Y'all see the difference? Like when it's wet, it's like more clumpy. This one wasn't even all the way wet, but when it's not wet, it's like crazier. How do y'all like doing y'all edges? Am I teaching y'all something? Am I motivating y'all to do a different little edge style? I know a lot of people are gonna be like, that one is too extra, but I like extra. I don't know about y'all. I need to cut my hair. I need to get layers again because it's all like, it's long, which I love that, but I like it to be like evenly, like a little mini afro. It just is done. Now I just let it dry on its own.
I love you.
I love you. I love you, Winter.
I love you, Mama.
This is literally like the perfect comb. Definitely looks a little uneven, and I don't mind the black because my hair has black too, but yeah, I think this is cute. I think it's extra messy up here. I would put a clip in it, but I don't have any cute silver clips with me. This is going to have to do. Definitely need some earrings. These are the earrings. I got them from the beauty supply.
What are you doing?
Period. Some of the curls are messed up, but it's fine. I'm gonna do my 1 month post-op 360 lipo and breast revision video, and I'll probably have to put my hair up anyway, but I should make some TikToks and make some videos. I'm going to have no choice but to use my ring light, so hopefully it still looks good, because y'all know I was trying to avoid that. But what do you think? What do you think? Are we looking good? Are we looking cute? Should I have changed something? Hopefully this motivated you guys to get ready and do something or try a new hairstyle. Oh, this is cute too. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, this is cute. I'll leave it like this. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna hurry up because I still gotta do my nails and make some videos and TikToks and stuff like that. But I love you once again. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what else y'all want to see, what you want from me, if you want more videos like this where I'm just talking to y'all. But yeah, I love you once again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.